So next will be the new client. So obtaining more prestigious client is the desire of most firms, as proposal to a large solemn client may be very complex, requiring many hours of staff time to prepare, especially if it is a competitive situation. So it is important to have a continuing client, but it is also important to have or to obtain a new client. So si audit firm, tinitignan niya yung pag-obtain ng bagong kliyente as a primary growth. So sino ba si new client? Si new client, siya yung nililigawan ni audit firm to make say yes. 'Di ba? Sabi diyan, it requires many hours of staff time to prepare, especially if it is a competitive situation. So diyan napapasok yung what if yung nililigawan ni audit firm is a prestigious client, is a prestigious company. Paano mo siya mapapa-oo? So, it really requires effort, it really requires time to prepare an engagement proposal para mapa-oo si client. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng putyo-putyo lang yung ibigay mo na engagement proposal dun sa kliyente. Paano mo siya mapapa-oo, diba? So, nasabi ko na engagement proposal. So, ano ba yung mga lalamanin ng engagement proposal mo? Diba? Na ibibigay mo kay kliyente. So, what are the contents of your engagement proposal? So next, first is the executive summary. So sa executive summary, dito nakalagay yung overview or the main parts and main points of your engagement proposal. So ito yung general initial, dito nakalagay yung general initial information. So next is the strengths of the audit firm. So dito papasok yung audit firm's quality standard control, yung competency ng audit firms. Yan, dyan papasok yon. So si audit team, next is the audit team section. So sa audit team section, dito papasok yung description of the members, description of their work experience, or description of their roles. Yan, dyan nakalagay yon. So also audit approach, dito nakalagay yung what are the strategies or tools or yung nagagamitin ni audit firm when it comes to conducting auditing in your company, ganon. And then so additional dun sa may audit approach, so dito nakalagay yung how they will conduct the audit. So it depends dun sa nature ng business ni client. So next is the internal auditor's work. So this section includes the reference of internal auditor's work. So saan yung may issue, saan yung needs ng improvements. So next is the transition needs of the company. So dito yung papasok yung syempre nanliligaw ka sa engagement proposal. So what if inaccept ni client yung proposal? So dito papasok yung mga transition or yung mga changes kapag nagpalit sila ng auditors. Dito papasok yung for example yung transition in schedule detailing meeting. Yan, dyan papasok yon. So after audit, so this section includes after service monitoring. So dito yung mga monitoring activities. Next, papasok din dito yung mga questionnaires for management to evaluate the audit. Yan. Tapos appendix, dito nakalagay yung mga further informations or yung mga detailed information na nakalagay doon or yung nakalagay doon sa ibang parts ng contents. So dito yung detailed descriptions nila. Dito nilalagay sa app. So next is the establishing and negotiating audit fees. So according to the Code of Ethics, professional fees should be reflected to the services done. So these are the characteristic that we should taking into account. So first is the skill and knowledge required for the type of professional services involved, the level of training experience of the persons necessarily engaged in performing the professional services, the time required of each person engaged in performing the professional services, the degree of responsibility that that performing those services entails. So dito papasok yung expertise, yan, dito papasok yan. When negotiating and establishing audit fees, it can also influence by economic condition of each country. Also, sometimes si audit firm or some other audit firms, minsan binababaan nila yung audit fees upon signing the contract or kapag pinirmahan na ni kliyente. So, yung pagbaba nila doon sa presyo ng audit fees, tinatawag natin yung low Bailey. So next is the contingency fees. Is an arrangement whereby no fee will be charged unless a specified finding or result is obtained, or when the fee is otherwise contingent on the findings or result of these services. So no professional services should be rendered under contingency fee. So pero may mga exemptions diyan. First is if it is fixed by a public authority, by a court or by public authority. Second, if it is allowed by a country. So, at contingency fees, ito yung ito yung bayad sa mga other services than assurance services. Next is the commissions. So, sabi dyan, the auditor also should not take or pay commissions. So, si auditor hindi dapat siya tumatanggap ng mga commissions or should not take or pay commissions na hindi nakalagay doon sa kontrata kasi magkakaroon na ng issue or conflict sa credibility ni auditor.